we tend to focus so much on the end result and the actual conversion or the evangelical piece that we miss the beauty of the actual relationship itself. Hey everybody, my name is Alan Kai. I'm an elder here at Fremont.Church. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about as we build relationships with those around us, as we're being on mission and we're trying to live missionally, when we do form these friendships and relationships, how do we navigate from casual conversations to meaningful conversations to more deeply filled and spiritually rooted conversations? And I think the one thing that I want to encourage everybody is you have to practice patience. A lot of times we are so eager to share the good news of the gospel. We're so eager to dive into theology or Bible or scripture that we often don't allow these relationships to breathe and give them room to grow. Think about your best friend and someone who you've known your entire life. It's because you've been their friend for your entire life that you have built up enough credibility and equity to be able to talk to them about almost anything. And when they give you opinions about something or when you give them your feedback, usually you guys trust each other and you respect and honor what they say and you take it to heart because of that longevity of the friendship and the equity that you've built. I think it's no different when it comes to building relationships with people and trying to ultimately share your testimony and introduce them to God or the gospel in general. I think what's most important is you have to focus authentically on the friendship and relationship first, build that trust, build equity. And again, I think the easiest thing for me to say is do not go into it with the agenda of some evangelical purpose, because I think people can sniff that out. And I think people would much rather appreciate authentic friendship. And I think the common pitfall that most Christians have is that we tend to focus so much on the end result and the actual conversion or the evangelical piece that we miss the beauty of the actual relationship itself, which is what God really wants us to have and live in fulfillment. That's what it means to disciple someone, is not to close a deal or book an order. It is to actually do life with them. And you can't do life unless it's an authentic attempt to build a good relationship. And so as you first start off, it may take you weeks, months, years, decades to move from meaningful to spiritual conversations. It may be very casual for the first long period of time. And I want to encourage patience because it's not about speed, but it's about depth, and it's about building good trust and relationship and building good credibility with them so that when the time comes, when there's an opportunity for you to really minister to them, to take care of them, or to even receive care from them, you've laid the foundation and you paved the way for those conversations to naturally go from casual to meaningful in the spiritual. And when the time comes, when there are opportunities where you can share the gospel or share scripture or reference something that Jesus did, do that with boldness and with truth and with love, right? It's never about teaching somebody something. It's never about casting judgment. It's never about making it sound like you are more knowledgeable than them. It's always about sharing the love of Christ and what he would have done and comforting people with Jesus's wisdom and his love and intentionality for their lives. And I think that's a much more easier way and a much more effective way into really speaking to someone's life and making them known that you are there as their friend first and you don't have any hidden agendas. And so I think if you follow that approach and you are very patient with yourself, and please pray about it, ask God to intercede and give you the wisdom and the grace and the virtue to be able to build that relationship with that person, and sit back and just be amazed at what God can do if you genuinely try your best to cultivate that friendship.